Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Justice Khalil Rahman Sahab, Hassan Shoaib Murad, Chairman BOG UMT, Director Dr Mohammad Aslam Sahab, Dr Gazamfar, Dr Aisha Maniza, and dear colleagues, international delegates, Pakistani delegates, students, Assalamu alaikum. It seems UMT is training me for all kinds of jobs. They always invite me to speak or to open or close a conference without realizing this is not my subject. I'm a social scientist, not Islamic scientist. But they always invite me, so I learn a lot, I read about it. And they sometimes ask me for mathematics conference, physics conference, science conference. I do come. So I really appreciate UMT's support to me and really thankful to Shoaib Murad Sahab and Sherwani Sahab inviting me. You have heard these scholarly speech presentations. This is a very esoteric subject, very specialized subject. Not everybody can speak, as Justice Sahab was saying. You have to be a scholar to give opinion on this subject. So it will be difficult for me to give any opinion on this subject, but I can raise some questions, some concerns as a social scientist. If you read the history of Islamic banking in Pakistan, started in 1980, it's a long time ago. But today, according to State Bank of Pakistan, we have only reached about 12%, 11% of total banking sector going through Islamic banking and finance institutions. We have developed fully Islamic banking institutions, banks, as well as some conventional banks started Islamic banking system. So there is a good combination. There's growth and development in Islamic banking. And I think it's rightly so. But the conventional banking system itself is going through a lot of crisis. So we should capture at this stage when they are going through the crisis and provide them alternative banking system, which is what the Islamic banking provides. But the question, as Justice Sahab said, we do research why it's not becoming more than what we expect it to be. It's only by 12% so far. And he also rightly pointed out, this Islamic banking system talks about Islamic society in which we follow Islamic Sharia, in which halal system becomes very crucial, and halal meat, halal food, halal banking, halal business is all becoming very crucial. As a social scientist, I would like to suggest to the organizers of the conference and UMT, these are some sociological, cultural issues. Why is it so that Muslim societies, although believe in the Islamic system, but still we are not following it? What is the question? What are the issues? As a social scientist, I believe any tradition, any institution does not meet human beings' requirements and needs, people will not follow it. So unless you make these institutions responsible, useful for the human society, human life, people will not follow it. So how can we make it useful for the human society so that they start following it? Whether it's Sharia law, whether halal meat or halal institutions or Islamic banking. That means our Islamic system is not working on society basis. It is a very important, theologically important argument that we should have Islamic banking, Sharia banking. Nobody can question it. Even if you analyze it as an alternative banking system, it becomes very useful. It's more productive. It's giving more rewards, more benefits to the investors. But then why is it so that they are not? Why is not a large number of industrial banking or financial banking not taking place on the Islamic banking system? There has to be some studies done on it. So being a social scientist, my appeal to you is to think about it. We have been justifying for the last so many decades about Islamic banking. But why it is that we are still not, in spite of having all this wherewithal, expertise, authorities, governments fully committed to this. State Bank is fully committed to this. State Bank established 3 key institutions in the country to do Islamic banking research in LUMS, I think in this IBA and other place. Why is it that in spite of all these institutions, we are still, I think Hassan Shoaib Murad raised the issue of several issues about several questions he raised. So my question will be, I'm also appealing to this intellectual gathering here, that let's think about what can be done to, what are the alternatives available to us, to the banking system? Why is it that we are not succeeding? And I think this, as I said, I've read in the sukuk market around the world, more and more banks are putting money into the Islamic banking sector. If they're putting in more money in Islamic banking, because they get more profit, I think, there are less implications, the less complications Islamic banking system. That's why people are putting it. The question then, why is it not happening at a personal level or social level or business level? These are the issues that we need to address, and I think this is the third conference you organized. I would like to have a conference dedicated on these cultural, sociological, societal impediments or difficulties in implementation of the Islamic banking system. And we should talk more about. We should not go ahead to keep on talking about theoretical. This matter is settled that Islamic banking is beneficial for Muslim society as well as for all. There are questions, of course. Some people raise the issue of how do you define riba in the current system? Is it same thing which happened? In my opinion, in my lifetime, I have seen in Karachi, people still follow riba. There are people who give personal loans to the families, and they run after their life to pay the money back. They're still going on in spite of banking, because the banking system is not yet accessible to a common citizen of Pakistan. So therefore, unless the bank system becomes very accessible to common people, the people will keep on borrowing money from those people who really practice riba. But is it same thing as we talk about interest? This is a debate, of course, has gone on in many conferences, many papers have been written about it. Riba equal to interest or interest equal to riba, that's an issue that needs to be discussed. There are still in talk shows, people still ask the question, different types of questions. Is rent of a building, of a house is riba? If that is not riba, is it investment in a company is a riba? Getting the fixed rate of return? We used to have profit and loss accounts. They have also gone away now. We don't have profit and loss account anymore. The question is that we should do some research on this, find out what's happening in Pakistan as well as other Muslim countries where Islamic banking has become, in a big way, state ownership. In spite of that, still the same states are investing money on non-Islamic banking. The question should be asked, why is it happening? I really want to thank you for inviting me. I'm not a scholar on this subject, but I always love to come to UMT's invitation to speak about various things. And I really enjoy, and I learn a lot because you invite me to come to these places. And I wish all success to this international conference, third international conference. And I really want to congratulate the organizers and welcome the delegates from all over the world and wish you a successful conference.